Hey guys, real quick before this video gets started, they have announced the maps for the New York, London, and Osaka Go Fests. They didn't announce them when I was recording this or editing this, so I'm just popping in here real quick to pull them up. So right here is going to be the Osaka map. Right here, there we go. Right here is going to be the London map. Then I'll have the New York City map following that. So if you were wondering what these maps looked like, then here you go. Again, those were announced after I finished editing this video. Either way, here's some tips for GoFest in London and Osaka for maximizing storage and things like that. I hope you guys enjoy. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be episode 4 of my GoFest Week series. This video is going to be some tips to help you prepare. So obviously you're going to want things like your water bottle, some snacks probably, portable chargers, all that stuff. I'm not going into any of that. The tips I'm going to give here are solely for Go, such as storage space, bag space, items, etc. So the biggest issue is storage. Without doubt, if you do not prepare your storage properly, you are going to have to stop and spend time clearing things out during the event. Obviously, the best tip is if you do not PvP, just trash everything that's a 0 to 2 star, excluding shinies. But so if you PvP, then that doesn't really apply. You're going to want to trash probably 3 stars, just because 3 stars usually aren't too great. But I don't do PvP, so I'm not diving into the PvP side of things. So like I said, you're going to want to trash your 0s, your 1s, your 2 stars. And now there's an easy way. There are a couple ways to do this. You can do age 0 and 1 star, 2 star, and 3 star respectively. Or what I like to do, you can create a tag in the tag menu and just name it GoFest Trash, because that's what I do for comm days and stuff. Like Safari Zones, I'll just do Safari Trash or CD Trash or whatever. And I set this tag up to be age 0 and 0 star, 1 star, or comma 1 star, and age 0 and symbol 0 star and 1 star and 2 star, and then sometimes 3 depending on how the things go. Doing this and saving it as that will put it up in your tag search system. So then during the event, all you have to do is go in there, like you're gonna search for something, click on that, which would be named GoFest Junk or something, and then everything that you've caught during that day that's a 0 star, a 1 star, and a 2 star will pop up in there, which means that stuff isn't a hundo, it's not a 98 or something like that. So all you can do is just select all and transfer. This is a really simple process. This is the most efficient and fastest way to clear your storage space, for Pokemon that is. So I highly recommend you guys get this tag. And all you have to do for 0s, if you don't want to trash a 0, just type in age 0, and 0 attack, and 0 defense, and 0 HP. And that will pull up any 0% that you've gotten that day, if any. And then obviously Hundo is just 4 star and age 0. But you're going to get a lot of 1 stars, a lot of 2 stars, a lot of 0 stars that aren't 0%. And those are going to be what you want to trash unless you're saving stuff for trading. Which in that case you can just do that tag and then exclamation Kangaskhan or exclamation Dewpider, etc. So that's the most efficient way to clear your Pokemon storage, because that gets rid of all the junk you're not going to want anyway. What about bag space? This one, unfortunately, you do have to manually just kind of watch. I usually trash potions, super potions, nanap berries, and pineapple berries. And then the evolution items too. If I have over 2 of each, I trash them because I don't need them at this point, because I have all the evolutions in my decks and shinies. So that's what I clear out. Some people clear out Great Balls, some people clear out Pokeballs and only keep Ultras. It all depends on your playstyle, but there isn't anything you can set up to automatically trash this stuff, so just periodically during the event, make sure you're going into your bag and checking things. If you have a bunch of rare candies, like if you have 500 rare candy or something, just dump them into a Zygarde or something like that, so that way you're not throwing them out, but you're also putting them towards something. So those are my tips for storage, Pokemon and bag. One is a lot easier to manage than the other, trust me. Now what about premium items? Well, you're definitely going to want enough incense to last the day, because keep in mind the daily incense is excluded from all these spawns. You may get something here and there, but you're not going to get Unowns, you're not going to get the Sigilyph, you're not going to get the Pikachu, etc. Unless you're stupidly lucky. So you're going to want a bunch of normal incense. At the current time, the incense are still 1 hour each. They have not stated if that's going to be increased for GoFest or not. So make sure you have enough incense for that. They've hinted that there's going to be special eggs, but they have not confirmed that yet. So if you're planning to hatch a bunch of stuff, then make sure you have incubators at the ready. If you need XP, then make sure you have a bunch of lucky eggs. Those are 30 minutes each. And then star pieces, obviously, because there's things like Chimechos and Sableyes and Shroomish and whatnot that give extra Stardust. So you're definitely going to want some of those. These are 30 minutes per star piece, so plan accordingly to that. The special research and stuff will probably give you some, but it's not going to give you enough to do the entire event time. I wouldn't worry too much about Pokédex and things. Like, I mean, unless you're planning to trade a bunch of Sigilyphs to people or Unowns, you really only need to catch one of each and then be done with them, unless they're shiny. Oh, and speaking of Unown, it is not confirmed at the time if this is going to be a thing, but in prior in-person events, at the top of the hour, every 2 minutes has had every spawn shift into Unown. They have not confirmed that this is going to happen at GoFest, but given every other in-person event's had it, it's safe to assume. So during this 2 minutes, you are not going to want to catch anything that's around you, because then they'll all turn into Unown and thus re-get their shiny chance re-rolled. And let's say you're in the ghost habitat. You've got a shiny Sableye on your screen, and it's 159. Well, if you run from that Sableye, and as long as it doesn't despawn when the clock changes, then that Sableye should theoretically become a shiny Unown. Because if you do not know, when Pokemon's change for like Spotlight Hours and Calm Days and things, if the Pokemon has the same shiny rate as what it's changing to, then it will keep the shiny. And since GoFest has perma-boosted-ish rates, personally I think they're higher from what I've experienced, but then again, Silphroat seems to hate anything that contradicts their biased data, so I'm not getting into that. But anyway, GoFest will have boosted shiny rates on everything, so let's say that you have a shiny Sableye, you run from it, it rolls 2 o'clock, you get the 2 minutes of Unown, then bam, you've got a guaranteed shiny Unown. Now, whereas on the flip side, if this was a Spotlight Hour or something, and you have a shiny on your account, and it rolls to 6 o'clock, but the featured Pokemon can't be shiny, then the shiny chance is gone. So it's a risk and reward thing. And you're also not guaranteed to get a new shiny doing this. You could re-roll into something you already have, if it doesn't despawn at all. So it's a risk and reward thing. It depends. It's up to preference if you want to chance it or not. I've chanced it a couple times and it's paid off for me. But then again, I've done it on stuff that I don't necessarily need. So if you're playing a shiny hunt Unown, keep that in mind. There could be a chance that every top of the hour, there will be 2 minutes of mass Unown spawns. Again, that's not confirmed. We'll see that get confirmed here, whether or not it's happening in like a week or so, a couple days. So keep that in mind. As far as megas, if you have a mega level 3 of every type, which most people do by now, then you know what types they boost. You know what's in the habitats. Plan accordingly. Like for example, I have a max level Mega Lopunny that I will be Mega Evolving when I'm hunting for Lucario to get the extra XL candy. Whereas some people might want to do a Charizard Y or something to get more Sigilyph candy. So look through the list, look through your level 3 Megas, see what you have, and target that stuff for depending on what XLs you want. Level 1 and 2 Megas work too, but level 3 gives you the max chances, which is why I'm saying just use level 3. I wouldn't worry too much about Mega Evolving stuff, unless there's something you specifically want candy for. Otherwise, you'll get a lot of candy just from catching everything. There are going to be snapshots, I believe it's 5, based on past events, but that's not confirmed yet. It's expected to be Frost Rotom, but that is also not confirmed. So keep that in mind as well. If it is Frost Rotom, then it will only be available during the snapshots on your specific play day. And the only Rotom we've had be available for everybody has been the Wash form. The Mo form came out last year, and that has not been made available to everybody. And if this is Frost Rotom, then that'll probably be the same. So just keep that in mind. But let me know if I missed any tips here. If you think there's anything I missed, put it down in the comments. Let me know if you're excited for these events. You want to clear your storage. Have tags set up to make transferring stuff during the event easy. Monitor your bag space so you don't have to stop and refill or restock or dump items, whatever. If you're using a Go Plus or any of the variants of that, then make sure you have it set to catch and or stop depending on how your day goes. Those are pretty much the big tips for preparing for GoFest. Again, let me know if I missed anything down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and this helped you at all. Leave a like on it if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.